A shocking news update has just emerged that could change the Pittsburgh Steelers' defense for the upcoming season. According to reports, the Green Bay Packers have opened the door to trading their star cornerback, Jaire Alexander, and the Steelers could be one of the top contenders. Will Pittsburgh make an aggressive move to strengthen its defense? We have all the details. Before diving into the specifics of a potential Alexander trade, it's important to analyze the current state of the Steelers' defense. With Donte Jackson as a free agent and Joey Porter Jr. as the only guaranteed starting cornerback, Pittsburgh's secondary has many question marks. Corey Trice Jr. is an intriguing prospect, but his injury history raises concerns. In today's NFL, having a strong secondary is key to stopping explosive offenses. The Steelers have improved their pass rush, but without an elite cornerback to cover the league's top receivers, their defense could be exposed. That's why a player like Jaire Alexander could completely change the team's outlook. Jaire Alexander has been one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL in recent years, but his availability has been an issue. Over the past 2 seasons, he has played in just 14 games due to injuries. However, when healthy, he remains an elite player capable of elevating any defense. Additionally, his trade value might be lower than expected due to his injury history. Alexander has proven to be a lockdown corner, capable of shadowing the league's top receivers in man-to-man coverage. His speed, agility, and game awareness make him a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. If the Steelers can acquire him and keep him healthy, his impact on the defense could be immediate. The big question is, what price would the Steelers be willing to pay for Alexander? Green Bay could be looking for draft picks, or even a player to help strengthen other areas of their team. Pittsburgh has some intriguing trade assets, such as young defensive players or early picks in the 2025 draft. If the Packers don't demand a first-round pick, this trade could become a very attractive option for the Steelers, who are looking to compete in an AFC packed with elite quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. Alexander is under contract with the Packers for 2 more seasons, carrying a cap hit of nearly $25 million in 2025. However, if Green Bay decides to move him, they could save over $17 million if the trade happens after June 1st. This could make the deal financially viable for the Steelers, who are searching for a solution at cornerback. To make room under the salary cap, Pittsburgh would need to adjust some contracts or restructure deals with key players. However, if the front office believes Alexander is the missing piece to solidify their defense, these financial moves wouldn't be an issue. The AFC has become a battleground with teams boasting high-powered offenses. The Steelers have proven they can compete, but if they want to take the next step and become true contenders, strengthening their defense is crucial. Teams like the Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, and Ravens have shown they can move the ball with ease, making a top-tier secondary even more important. With the arrival of more aggressive defensive coordinators and an emphasis on pressuring the quarterback, having cornerbacks who can cover one-on-one is essential. Alexander would fit perfectly into this scheme and could form a formidable duo with Joey Porter Jr. The possibility of the Steelers acquiring Jaire Alexander remains speculative, but the fact that the Packers are open to negotiations makes it a realistic option. The biggest question is the cost of the trade and whether Pittsburgh is willing to take on the risk of his injury history. If the Steelers can strike a favorable deal, they could add an elite cornerback to their defense and significantly boost their chances of competing in a talent-loaded conference. If not, their search for secondary reinforcements will have to continue. Now we want to hear your thoughts. Should the Steelers make a push to bring in Jaire Alexander? Is the risk worth it? Drop your comments below. A major proposal has just surfaced that is making waves in the NFL world, and it involves the Pittsburgh Steelers and a star receiver from the Miami Dolphins. Could Tyreek Hill end up in Pittsburgh? Today, we'll talk about the suggestion that's causing a lot of buzz among analysts and explore whether it makes sense or not. But before we dive into the details of this proposal, it's important to understand the context surrounding the Steelers' offensive situation. What do you think about the idea of Hill being the next big addition to Pittsburgh? In this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about this potential move. To start, the Pittsburgh Steelers have faced serious issues with their offense in recent years, especially when it comes to inconsistency at the receiver position. While George Pickens has shown great potential and flashes of brilliance, the team has struggled to build solid and reliable depth at the position. This has been a critical factor affecting the overall performance of the team, especially when it comes to establishing a balanced and effective offense that can compete at the highest level. The 2025 season is a crucial one for the Steelers, as they need to significantly improve in this area if they want to be serious contenders in the AFC. Signing Tyreek Hill, a star receiver with explosive speed and exceptional playmaking abilities, could be the change they need to transform their offense. Hill is recognized as one of the most dynamic and dangerous players in the NFL, capable of breaking down any defense with his speed and ability to make big plays in crucial moments. But while the advantages of adding a player of his caliber are clear, negotiations wouldn't be easy or cheap. The cost of acquiring Tyreek Hill could be high, which would put the team's financial stability and long-term build at risk, making it a decision that requires a detailed analysis of the pros and cons. In this regard, it's crucial to ask whether Tyreek Hill would be the ideal player to revitalize the Steelers' offense. With Pickens showing flashes of his talent, should the Steelers continue to bet on their internal options like Pickens and other young receivers they have? Or, on the other hand, would it make more sense to make an effort to bring in a proven star like Hill who could give them the immediate boost they need? We invite you to share your opinion in the comments because we're really interested to know what you think about this. Now that we've set the context and the need to reinforce the receiver position, it's time to talk about the proposals circulating among analysts. ESPN expert Dominique Foxworth recently suggested that the Pittsburgh Steelers should do whatever it takes to sign Tyreek Hill. According to Foxworth, Hill's explosiveness, reliability, and ability to open up the field and make big plays would be exactly what the Steelers need to take their offense to the next level. Hill is not only an elite receiver, but his unique playing style could be a key piece in Pittsburgh's puzzle, especially considering the team's history of getting the best out of eccentric and talented receivers over the years. The impact of a potential Tyreek Hill addition would be monumental. His arrival would not only immediately strengthen the receiver position, but also put the Steelers in a better position to compete in an increasingly tough division, like the AFC North. With teams like the Ravens and Bengals improving year after year, Pittsburgh would need something special on offense to stay competitive. Hill's arrival could completely change the offensive dynamic, turning it into a much more dangerous unit capable of exploiting any opportunity. However, this move could have negative consequences if the necessary resources to finalize the signing aren't properly managed. At the end of the day, is Tyreek Hill the key for the Steelers to take the next big step in their offense, or should they focus on cheaper yet equally effective alternatives to strengthen their team? This is the debate gaining momentum and generating diverse opinions among analysts and fans. We want to know what you think. Should the Steelers take the risk and make the push to sign Hill, or would it be better to look for other solutions within their current roster? Share your thoughts in the comments. We're eager to hear what you think. Stay tuned for more updates on the future of the Steelers and other NFL news. Don't miss the next video.